The 1980 Mount St. Helens eruption. In the quiet early hours of May 18, 1980, the forests of Washington state stood still beneath a calm spring sky. But deep within the earth, beneath the snow-capped peak of Mount St. Helens, unimaginable pressure was building. For weeks, scientists had watched the mountain swell and tremble, its slopes cracking, groaning, and shifting as magma pushed relentlessly upward. Locals felt the tension too. Animals acted strangely. Small quakes rippled through the region. Something was coming. Everyone knew it. They just didn't know when. At 8:32 a.m., the waiting ended. With a sudden thunderous roar, the entire north side of the mountain collapsed in the largest landslide ever recorded. In an instant, the mountain's face was gone, replaced by a gaping wound of rock and ash. And from that wound burst a horizontal blast of superheated gas, rock, and ash travelling faster than a jet airplane. Trees were snapped like matchsticks. Rivers of mud and debris surged through valleys. Everything within miles was swallowed by a grey, churning storm of fire and earth. The sky turned black. Across Washington and beyond, people watched in shock as ash rained down like snowfall in summer. Cars stalled as volcanic dust clogged engines. Daylight dimmed to twilight. Towns hundreds of miles away found their streets coated in a fine, powdery layer that whispered underfoot. For those closest to the mountain, the world had become unrecognizable. Some survivors described it as standing inside a thundercloud, dark, suffocating, and alive with sound. Back at the mountain's core, the eruption towered upward. A massive plume rose more than 15 miles into the atmosphere. Lightning crackled through the ash column, illuminating the chaos in eerie flashes. The blast reshaped the landscape, carving new valleys, filling lakes, and transforming Mount St. Helens into a vast cratered scar. Wildlife vanished. Entire forests lay flattened in perfect, silent rows. It was devastation on a scale few had ever imagined. But from the ashes, stories of courage emerged. Scientists risked their lives to document the eruption. Helicopter pilots navigated blinding ash clouds to rescue the injured. Volunteers worked tirelessly as communities came together, bonded by shock and resilience. In the weeks that followed, people sifted through the grey remains of their homes, searching for keepsakes, memories, and signs of renewal. And slowly, renewal came. Green shoots pushed through the ash, animals returned, streams carved fresh paths through the transformed earth. Nature, battered but unbroken, began to heal, showing that even in destruction, life finds a way forward. If you found this story compelling, help the channel grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing.